Hi. Today we have with us Ruben Benavides, who is also the latest addition to the European Credit Bank's analyst team. So, hi Ruben. Ruben, you wrote recently on the BBVA Sabadell deal. What can you tell us? Can you tell us how we got here and how did we end up being hostile?
Thank you for having me, Renato. As you are explaining, BBVA is pursuing a hostile bid for smaller lender Sabadell. This is not, however, the first time of such an event. We need to go back to November 2020 when BBVA for the first time approached Sabadell board. But talks between the two banks didn't end well due to price disagreement. Since then, both banks have benefited from the increase in interest rates, improving profitability and capital levels. It was in late April this year when BBVA once again approached Sabadell board to create the second largest bank by assets in Spain, just shy of CaixaBank, the market leader. However, Sabadell board rejected the offer, as in the view of the entity, in the view of Sabadell, the proposal undervalues the potential of Sabadell on a standalone basis for the coming years. It was then when BBVA decided to go hostile, starting a long battle to take control over the smaller Spanish lender.
Right. Okay. So, and what do you see being the timeline going into the future?
Yes, sure. Interesting question. Different steps and moving parts. So far, BBVA has already submitted authorization at the ECB level and also in Spain to the competition and securities units. So what we know so far as well is that on the 5th of July, BBVA is holding an extraordinary shareholders meeting where BBVA is expected to, well, BBVA shareholders are expected to approve a capital increase. Once this capital increase is agreed at BBVA level, the ECB should follow with the green light and follow as well by the securities unit in Spain. It's only after that Sabadell shareholders will have a chance to vote. So we could be looking at November, December, in the case everything goes well and all the authorizations are granted on time.
Sure, great. And what could this mean for bondholders in the end then?
Yeah, that's the most relevant question. In the case of Sabadell, the benefits are clear. At the end, Sabadell is being targeted by a larger bank, BBVA in this case, with better credit ratings, so we could expect Sabadell bonds to tighten in the market. And that's actually what we have seen. It's been particularly significant in the case of 81s that, following the news, were compressed by 150 basis points. For BBVA, it's not that clear. It's true that on one hand, BBVA bondholders might appreciate the lower reliance on emerging markets that it could result from the merger, but execution risks are high. And there is still, as we mentioned, an uncertain approval date for the operation, and there is lack of support by the government as well. So all this warrants caution in our view. But more importantly, the capital impact is still uncertain. So the operation has some strategic sense, but the financial soundness of the operation it will largely depend on restructuring costs, synergies, and cost of and the impact on capital, which is not clear yet.
Sure. And I guess my last question would be, and that follows even the Macron interview that we had here at Bloomberg, is this the parting shot for a wave of European bank M&A, in your opinion?
Difficult question, but probably not. I think it will deserve a full episode to address this question.
For sure it will. Well, Ruben, thank you very much for your time. I look forward to having you on that webinar then.
Thank you,
Take
Renato.
care. Thank you
Bye.
very much for your thoughts.